How? Wait, hold on. Run that back. Run that by me one more time.
How you feel about age gap dating? Long, no one talking about the person being legal age now, 18 or older. How you feel about age gap dating?
Honestly, I'm glad you asked that question because scientifically proving, okay, and coming from somebody that's going to school to operate on brains,
Oh boy, here we go with some shit. Let me hear it.
um, the brain of a woman is not fully developed into womanhood until she reaches her early late 30s.
Okay.
She's still stuck in she's still developing. Just as when to stuff like that. I feel like nobody, regardless of age, nobody's mature enough. Nothing, regardless of legal age or anything being like that. I feel like people should be older. I feel like they should change the legal age to at least 21, 20, not even 21. I feel like 25 to be the legal age, because even at that time, people are not mature enough to make the right decisions. Now, no
Mm.
one's logically thinking. They don't have the right. How can I say it? They don't have the guidance that they need. No no
Right.
one's
Okay.
properly guided in life, so that's why young people always make some stupid decisions. Either they end up locked up, or they in the casket somewhere, or just lost in life in general.
But you also realize maturity don't come with age. Maturity is a mindset of
Yeah, it
decision.
is a mindset. That's what I'm saying. It is a mindset.
But you got
And for
50-year-old
someone
fool.
to be old enough to be an adult who doesn't who acts their true size instead of their age is
Well, wait a
very,
minute.
very frustrated.
Wait a minute. What about the 50-year-old fools out here? The 40-year-olds and 30-plus-year-old fools
Yeah,
and 20-plus-year-old
acting their true size instead of their age.
really? And how old you is?
I am gonna be 28 on January 4th next year.
All right. So what is a big age gap then? What is too much age gap for dating? You feel like if you think this should be an age gap?
Like you're cutting in and out. You said
I
what's the
say
age
what
gap if I was
is
to
too
date?
big age? What is too big of an age gap if somebody's dating in their legal age?
Honestly, I feel like the age doesn't matter as long as your intentions and your mentality and your motivations and your ambitions is in the right place. I can fuck with you. You need to
Oh,
be able to lead me and have the mentality of a leader so I can be able to properly follow you. If you're leading me into temptation and leading me into the wrong path in life, I can't deal with you. Relationship, anything. But when it comes to a relationship, I expect my man to be the leader and be able to. I want to learn from my man so I can be able to serve him the way that I can, but also learn from myself how I can deal with that man, if that makes sense.
oh, okay. So you feel cool? 21-year-old girl dating a 45-year-old man? You think that's okay?
No, I feel like at that point, I feel like it's considered grooming. If a 45-year-old man is pursuing a 21-year-old woman,
I need
I
your
feel
face in the
like
camera. Wait,
it
wait,
gives
wait.
me.
Stop. Leave your face in the camera.
Hmm?
Your face not all the way in the camera. Like it's kind of like too close. Like push your face back a little bit.
My
Yeah.
bad. I'm over here like trying to get like near the window. My bad.
So you say you feel like they're grooming is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like at that point, a 45-year-old man to try to pursue a woman that's in her late 20s, early 30s. I feel like 21 is way too young. Unless the woman's mature enough and she
So
knows what she's doing and she got her shit together, then yeah.
so
But
a 45-year-old woman and a 29-year-old girl, that's acceptable. You saying?
no, it's not acceptable at all. That's why I'm saying it's considered grooming. But
Wait,
in
wait,
some
wait, wait, wait.
cases,
Stop,
like I
stop.
said,
Wait. Slow down, slow down. You gotta slow it down. When you say grooming, what do you mean by grooming? I want you to go in detail about that.
how can I say this where
No, no, no,
we're
no,
not
no.
gonna get our life
Listen.
uh
My platform, and I want you to express how you feel in a respectful manner to me.
oh yeah,
I want you to
that's
explain
always gonna be number one.
because you be nice
Um
to me. I want you to. What do you mean by grooming? I need you to go into detail with that because you're using slang words and other people
okay,
make.
so grooming in a sense to me And this comes from experience because I have a lot of people being groomed in my family. A 45-year-old man, right, trying to pursue a 21-year-old woman. Let's say that the man's been around the entire life of that woman's life, and he's now trying to pursue her now that she's old enough to date and make her own decisions and be an adult. I feel like you've been wanting to do that, but you didn't want to make the move because you knew that the person was too young. So now that the person is of age and you're thinking that the person is able to make logical decisions, you want to go after that. And I feel like it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't.
So,
I feel like it should not ever be like that ever.
let's go with the 29-year-old and the 45. That's a 60. He almost he old enough to be her daddy.
That is old
Do you?
enough to be that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's acceptable. It should. I feel like men that age should not be pursuing anybody that young. They need to stick with people their age group. Period. Let the 21-year-olds deal with the 20-year-olds, and you 40-year-old men, the 40 30 40-year-old men deal with women who are in their late 20s, early 30s.
But
That's
okay,
how I feel.
so you feel like when you're saying grooming, in other words, you're saying you feel like they're just trying to manipulate them for the pussy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like yeah, because they're much older, they're much wiser, so they feel like they have the game to try to attract them like a magnet, trying to have them fall into their deep game and their temptations and desires and stuff like that. It's like a
Oh,
prey and predator situation.
well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. These are still grown women at that. Now, what about the women, cougar women after young boys, who are like the
It's
women that
still wrong.
they're fucking boys
It's still wrong.
in the
Because I
house?
got two sons and I got three daughters. It's still wrong. Regardless, it's still wrong. You gotta be a sick individual for you to think that that is okay.
Mm, okay. So you feel like the shoe is on the foot for the women pursuing the
It's the
younger.
same thing all the way around. It applies all the way around.
So
A older woman messing with a younger person, it's the same thing. You're rocking the cradle, and no, don't, nope. It's not, no,
so
hell no.
so what is considered rocking the cradle? What age gap is rocking the cradle in your humble opinion? In your
Anything
opinion?
younger than a decade, anything a decade younger than you should be wrong. If you're in your 30s and you're trying to mess with somebody that just got in their 20s or is in their early 20s, don't do it. Don't do it. What's the point of that? What type of excitement are you getting out of that? From anybody. Same thing with these pedophiles. What excitement are you getting out of you watching these little girls and like, what is you like? What is it that is in this world that possesses a person, a grown person, to interact with somebody much younger than them? You got to be a sick, retarded person to be doing that. The devil's a liar, and I don't like it. And that's why I feel like people like us, who we always have our shit to be protected and protect the people around us and protect all our children and everybody in between, because there's some sick individuals out there.
Yeah. So what do you feel like the older men have that the younger guy? Why you think a lot of these women are drawn to these older men? Because you say why? Just because you older make you wise. You think because of the money and stability? That's what
It's
I'm thinking.
trauma.
Because of stability, huh?
It's trauma.
Oh,
Any type of
I
any type of sexual abuse that they encounter in their past, or anything that their parents particularly did to them, or any type of demons that their parents passed on to them. I feel like that's the reason. There's no other logical explanation for that. You must have to be dealing with something really deep inside of you that's fucking you up, that somebody in your past and now it's resurfacing, and now you want to do it to somebody else, and that's not fair.
Right, because I feel like for the most part, when women say they want these older men, uh, for the most part, I think because they didn't have a daddy and guidance from their fathers or any uncles or any strong male role models in their life, so they just latching on to a man that give them some beautiful lies and shit.
Yeah, that's
So they
one of the
tend
reasons.
to I feel like that's my main reason why they do it. They gravitate toward these guys, especially the men with kids, who they feel like they're better sexually and financially, and they think they're getting something good for them, but they're really not. Because the mamas and the parents, the mothers, ain't telling them much because they don't have care about them for half-ass. They should experience themselves with their fathers, so they don't want to know anyways. That's my spiel about it, though. That's how I honestly and truly feel about that.
And you're correct. You're correct, and you're absolutely right, and I
Ah,
respect it. I
ah.
do. But
What I could
you gotta think. You gotta see
say
it
it.
from my point of view. Me personally,
I hear
being
what
almost
you're
in
saying.
my
I hear what you're
30s.
saying. But hmm
But listen to me. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Before you get deeper, I personally enjoy. Let's say, okay, my last baby daddy. He's my mom's age. I'm not gonna cap. My mom and my baby daddy are the same age, and
and
here's
how old
why.
you?
My baby daddy is 40. My mom she's 45. My baby daddy is 45, and I'm gonna be
Whoa,
28. So
what
listen to this.
the fuck? You don't.
Listen, listen,
Hey,
listen, listen. Before you start talking shit.
wait. This is my show. This is my
Hold
show.
on, hold
Goddamn, me talking about. I'm
hold
letting
on. Because
go. I got to move on. I got to move on.
hold
What are
on,
you trying to
you
say?
gotta hear me out on this. You gotta hear me out.
Okay, you need to make a point.
So that
I'm
wasn't
listening.
supposed to happen. Me and my baby daddy was not supposed to happen at all. Okay.
Well, you was having
I
sex. That's what.
contacted him to work for me. He was
Yeah,
supposed to do a job
yeah.
for me at my house.
Yeah. I know he did a job. He laid some pipe down. That was his fucking
No, no,
job.
no, no,
Get the
no.
fuck
I was listen. First of all, don't try to do that.
bullshit. I got to move on. I got to move on. You need to go to Maury with that shit right there. This is some
Maury,
weird shit. You need to go on Maury.
why are
All
you
these
trying to be rude? I'm not being rude to you.
I ain't being rude. I said you need to go on Maury.
Why
That's
are you
Jerry
gonna
Springer.
be going to Maury for?
I don't
Doesn't know
know.
Maury. This is Maury's situation.
But okay, we got to move on. I got to move on. I got a couple more. So why do people tell men to do what's right and people tell women to do what's right for them?
Repeat the question.
Why do people tell men to do what's right and people tell women to do what's right for them?
It all has to do with the mentality. I think.
Okay.
I think it's
You mean
just a whole mental. It's a mental thing, honestly.
why, why do women cry to hide mistakes?
Hmm?
Why do women cry to hide their mistakes?
Cry to hide those
Yeah.
mistakes, or try to hide our mistakes,
Why do women cry to hide their mistakes?
because we don't want to see. We don't want to be seen as anything less than perfect in the world. We want to be able to try to reach our ultimate potential and reach the best quality of ourselves, and we want to demonstrate that to the world. We don't want
The
to. We don't
kid.
want
So,
to. We it's a facade that people put on.
mm, hold on, right quick. Thought somebody was knocking at my damn door just now. I thought I was tripping. Uh, should women, should trans be able to compete in women's sports?
Hell no. Hell no. Men do things for men. Women, women. Transgender should not be just because you went from a man to a woman doesn't mean that you get to compete with women's sports. You have the strength of a man. You need to stick with your man stuff, or you just need to make something where only trans perform with trans and keep everybody separated. It causes too much drama, honestly.
Okay. So if a man decides to put a wig on his head and put a bra on, and he decides he want to compete in women Olympics, should he be able to do that because
I
that's
think
his
it's
choice?
considered cheating because of physically and biologically, there's no way a woman born a woman is gonna be to physically beat a woman that was born a man. There's scientifically no way to do that. They're gonna be faster, they're gonna be stronger, they're gonna have heavier mass index, like everything in between. There's no way. You can't get around that.
So, but I thought it was about how you feel though. It's about how you feel. If you feel like being a man
Yeah,
or a
but
woman.
I'm saying that's how I'm feeling about it. I feel like everything in between mentally, physically, and emotionally, it shouldn't have to be like that.
So if somebody feel like being a man or a woman today when they're not, or they want to change their gender, it's okay for them to change their gender.
It's okay for them to change their gender, but I'm talking about when it comes to being competing with in sports with other like people who are born their same sex. I feel like they shouldn't have to compete and stuff like that because the difference between strengths and abilities is a huge difference. It's
Mm.
not fair for the person that's been working their ass off to get to where they want to get, and then here comes a transgender person to try to come and take their victory. It doesn't work like that.
Wait a minute now. You just said people can change their gender whenever they feel like it. Maybe they feel like because they are a trans, they can compete in women's sport because of how they feel. Because it's about how we feel. It ain't about what's real no more. It's about how I feel. I feel like I'm a man or a woman today. I'm gonna just change my sex and my gender because that's how I feel. Should we go on how we feel or just we should go off
Yes,
fact?
that's gonna be that's gonna always be validated. But if you go deeper at the end of the day, me and that person dies, they're still gonna be a man at the end of the day. That DNA in them bones is gonna say they were a man. It
The
doesn't
person,
matter. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't be. And I respect them. I respect them,
uh,
but keep things, accordingly.
so kids be able to change their gender.
Anybody gets to do whatever they want. Everybody has the willpower to do whatever they want.
Listen. I said, do children should have
They
the
shouldn't
choice
have
of?
to deal with that. They're children.
But I thought that's how we feel, though. They're teaching kids this in school. You can feel how you want to feel, do what you want to do because
That's how the
feelings.
devil gets to our kids. They try to make it's a mind
But
game.
that's what they're teaching.
What reasonable person gonna be like, wake up, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be a woman no more. I don't want to be a man anymore. I don't want to be a
But
boy, or I don't want to be a girl. Like that's not normal. That's really
they're teaching that.
not normal. That doesn't say it in the Bible. God did not create women to turn into men and men to turn into women. That's not how God created us.
I thought they made Adam and Eve, not Steve
Yeah, they
and
made Adam separately and they made Eve separately. Eve
not.
was a woman, Adam was a man. It
not
wasn't Adam had a pussy, and it's not like Eve had a dick.
I thought they made Adam and Eve, not Eve and Marie, or Adam and John, or Adam and Jack. But they're making everybody inclusive because you have to accept people what they are. Though we have to be accepting
You can be
of the.
accepted, yes, but when you have that sense of entitlement, thinking that you can run and do whatever you want just because you feel like you have so on quo and entitlement to life, it doesn't work like that. You gotta you respect is earned.